Nice. So what beer should I crack open first, whichever one?
Oh, not yet, not yet. Let me introduce you first, because now it's recording. All right, this is officially the third episode of Brews with the Crew. This is my dude Max. I've known him probably the longest out of all of my friends. I've known him since before. Is it okay to say this before you could? You know what I mean? When we was real little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Before you
first
really knew what
grade.
each other was talking about. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're going to review the movie Cobra. I wanted to do a bunch of 80s and 90s movies. We might do shit later on, but this is really important to me, and my friends put up with me.
Mm,
A Stallone movie is an action movie. If you
yeah.
Google it and look at the cover, um, yeah, that about covers that. I'm gonna get my beer. What you think we should grab open for? I think we should just have them both. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
They're right next
Shit.
to them.
I mean, I was gonna go for the hard apple first.
I feel like that tastes better, definitely.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
figured, I mean, they say save the best for last, but I'm gonna drink the best first, and then
all right, man.
the
Hey,
other one I'll drink. Yeah.
we're gonna try some crazy shit. Me, Ricky, and Rick gonna we're gonna look at Time Cop and review that.
Nice.
But we're gonna try a new beer. That's the theme of the show.
I don't mind me a beer or a shot or two.
Hey. All right.
Uh,
So I have to ask you for a summary of the movie, and if you can keep it spoiler free, like if you was going to give like a little paragraph or a few sentences, what did you think of the movie Cobra that came out in 1986 after Rocky Four that came out in 1985? Like,
Me, I like the movie because it had good action, and
okay,
the storyline I think did, what he was trying to portray justice. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to be that, whole hope in the dark. You know what I'm saying? That light in the dark.
okay,
Talking about, basically how the movie was in violent times. You know, and for it to be after Rocky, well, come on, Rocky is a classic his, and with that, what I'm saying, it just solidified his, what I'm saying, his whole movie career basically.
would you feel like since he already had the hit with Rocky, so he could do like an action movie next?
Exactly, exactly. It's like he could open up a little more because of the fact that he, gained a little bit more attention
I hear you. I don't
from
know
it.
when Rambo came out because I feel like Rambo definitely trumps Cobra. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But see, this was more, to me, it was more like local type
Yeah,
violence. You get what I'm
definitely.
saying? Because when Rambo, you talk about Rambo, that's more
Oh,
world violence, out there. You're gonna say
yeah,
war, but this is more hitting at home with everyday life. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Normally, yeah.
All right. So cheers.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me open it up. Why ain't it open it up?
I hope you ain't gonna open that shit with your teeth like
I
Vinny
know
used to.
you was grabbing it out the beer. I got it right here. Look.
Nah.
Cheers, man. Uh-huh.
All right. So I'm gonna summarize it. I actually wrote the shit down. I should have had it memorized, but I feel all good when I be into my shit.
Sure.
Brian Thompson. Got my little gems out there, right?
And
Look,
I think, like, just to add a little bit, I think I like Sylvester Stallone as an actor. He always has some good movies to me.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody. Let's get this out of the way right fucking now. If you want to talk about the 80s and the 90s, as
He was
far as
part of it. He
movies are
was part of
concerned,
it.
you can't talk about like Stallone or Schwarzenegger, in my opinion, like they on the back end of that shit. Like if you wasn't into action movies or over the top shit, cool. But if you want to talk about who dominated, like just go see it, just take a chance on a movie by Stallone. He was in the top. You know what I'm saying? It was him and Stallone, him and Schwarzenegger, in my opinion. You can throw other people in there, but
With action movies, yeah.
me and Ricky talked about this. Remember Spielberg? Of course, not Spielberg. Remember Steven Seagal?
Yeah, yeah. I remember his movies. Yeah, Hard to Kill.
Hard to Kill, definitely, right? What the fuck?
Uh,
I hate little fucking. Get out of here! I'm doing
what was
something.
that one where he was on the train? I forgot.
That might have been Under Siege too, but we talked about that. Fucking shit out of my way. Hold on, yo. There we go. There was Under Siege 2. I'm gonna get back on Cobra, but since you brought it up, there was Under Siege 2, and that kind
Yeah,
of
there you go.
that was kind of, I ain't gonna say the movie was whack because I didn't give it a shot. Just like I didn't watch Speed 2. When you Under Siege was a clever play on words. Remember, there was a fucking submarine, so it's called Under Siege. Like, oh, because they're under siege, like attack, but also under siege, like it's a submarine. When you put it on a train, it loses all that. You know what I'm saying? It was like not clever anymore. It's just the title. Speed 2. When you took Keanu Reeves out of it, I'm like, I don't want to see this dude from Lost Boys.
Yeah, I like Speed 1 classic.
Yeah, I never even seen Speed 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I've seen Speed 2.
So if I was going to summarize it for anybody that gives a shit, without spoiling it, I would say Cobra is a cool movie if you want to dip a toe into some 80s action and gunplay. You know what I'm saying? It's not great.
I agree.
But it's
I
not.
agree.
But it's not. It's far from trash. I'll say that. It's not trash. Stallone star power and the scenery and shit. Like you believe the environment. That's enough to carry over. Even if you get annoyed by certain things like the cliches in there, like he has a bit of a, since Stallone is a by any means.
Yeah, the way
He's a by any means
the way he came out with his little one-liners and was like, you're gonna be
we can't say that yet. We can't be too specific. But I'm glad you brought that up. The one-liners, it was like they was hit or miss because it was like, all right, and then it was like, come on, bro, really? It's like he was like, I was waiting for the perfect opportunity to say this. And if somebody's like, when did you think this scenario was going to happen? Like, that's trash. Some of the people in the movie were a little bit annoying. It was like, you could tell they were so this way because Stallone is so this way. He had that one dude who was always like, you don't know what you're doing. You do things the wrong way. You're a rebel. And he's like, yeah. Shades on. It's like,
yeah, with the glasses.
You know what I mean? It's like, we get it, bro. You're a rebel. You get things done. You care about, you know what I mean? But ultimately, yeah, I think it's a cool throwaway movie if you want to get back in touch with the 80s, but it's not up there with the greats like Predator, Rocky, at all. You know But it's cool, though. It's definitely better than some of Van Damme's forgettable movies. Just throwing it out there. Stallone,
oh, man. That's a different topic.
Van Damme here.
That's a different topic, though.
Oh, we could do that. I would love.
Hey, that's another time.
All right, cool. So, if you could give it, I gotta ask you the questions. If you can give it a score, what would you give it? 1 to 10. I suck at this. I always ask y'all.
Me?
I
will basically give it. I will give it like a 6.5, 7.
That's fair. Yeah, 7
that's fair.
is generous, but that's my opinion. I can't take away from yours.
I will go for the 6.5. I'll give it that.
Okay, I feel like that's definitely fair.
Yeah, for the 80s, come on now.
I feel like I'm glad you said that because we've been talking about a lot of 80s movies. Know what I'm saying? And we act like 80s just because it was cheesy didn't have its great movies. Like to this day, you can look for some 80s movies like Predator. You don't even have to say it was good for its time. That's just a good movie, hands down. Like I can never not say that's a great movie. I feel like if you go into it knowing what you're getting, hey, it's a movie that's driven by Stallone alone. He wanted to flex, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to flex that muscle because he was dating Brigitte Nielsen, you know what I'm saying, around that time, like Rocky 4. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember the lady who was in Beverly Hills Cop 2, I think? The tall
Yeah. Yeah, he was. So I got a question for you.
Hey, her, I'm with it. All ears.
All right. So with this, what would you say? Like, do you think at the time he took this part because he really wanted to do it, or was something that you thought that he saw it and was like, "Hey, I need the money. Let me do this."
Oh, I'm so glad. That's a good question. I damn sure do not think he needed the money at that point. At that point, like he has so much momentum behind him. I feel like it was like, what's the expression? Carte blanche. Like, I feel like Stallone was like, yo, this is a little project I either heard about and was like, yo, let me take over that, throw me in it, it'll work. Because if you take Stallone out of that movie, it's still a cool movie, but
it ain't gonna have that much.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just gonna be plain.
You get some random dude who plays a cop who does what he wants. Come on, man. You know what? This movie was super successful, Max. Without Stallone in it, I do not think the movie would have did my little research and shit. That shit had a $25 million budget. That's a lot of money.
Damn.
But you know how much it made? 160 million. That's crazy. So if
Still
you
good money,
no.
even though for something that
That's
you
crazy.
know
That's
you
not a
might
little
have
bit of
thought,
money.
yeah, that's great.
It's a success. But if you throw random action hero guy who nobody will remember in that movie, I don't see it making 160 million. I don't see you even giving a fuck. Like, and I mean, I see that being a movie channel movie. Remember the movie channel and shit? I don't even know if that's still a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it would have been just one of those second rate movies without the fact that his already, skyrocketing career put it up there. You
that's
know what
what
I'm
I feel
saying?
like. I don't
Yeah.
feel like he needed this movie at all. I feel like if anything, I think this was his you know how like when actors get a certain amount of clout and they prove they can bring money in, studios start to let them do what they want. Yo, I feel like Stallone was like, yo, let me flex a little bit in this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But you know,
I think so. I
he
think
was like,
so. He
yo,
said, "Let me bring a little cool out or something."
let me bring the cool out. Look at my girlfriend. She's the hottest right now, or up there with the hottest. You know what I mean? Brigitte Nielsen, she was bad.
She
She had
was.
no butt. But women in the 80s, a lot of women didn't have no butt.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know, in the Hollywood.
the hairstyles and everything, but hey, they were
Yeah.
still sexy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm going to say this. I'm going to just throw that. I'm going to get a little bit off topic. One of the women who I'm attracted to, and I know people are like, ew, why are you attracted to her? Because she don't got no butt, but she's a great actress. I love her. From Alien. Sigourney Weaver, yo. I love her.
Really?
For real.
Really?
I like her so much because she's talented. I like her so much. That one scene in Alien where she like gotta like strip out her clothes. I know I'm not looking at much of a female body like super impressive, but I'm like, Sigourney Weaver is naked. Oh. You know what I'm saying? But I really, I mean, she's a great actress. And I mean, nobody can say she's like, come on, man. But back to Cobra. That was a great question. How do you feel that way? Do you feel like that was just something for him to like?
I mean, I felt like in his like I don't know him personally. You get what I'm saying? But to me, it felt like he was like, all right, I got this. Yay! Hey, why not? I got it already. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's make a little extra money for whatever,
Okay.
like that. But I didn't think it was something that he looked at and he was like, yo, I like that.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to do that for real. You know what I'm saying? Like
Thought it
it
was
didn't
gonna be
seem
like.
like that.
I don't think he thought it was gonna be You know what? I'm gonna dial that back. Maybe he did think it was gonna be like his shit, but I'm gonna compare it to a movie called Action Jackson. Remember that shit with Carl Weathers? Carl
I
Weathers was
don't think
from.
I remember that one.
Carl Weathers was he was in Predator. He was in Rocky. He was Apollo Creed, and he had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember him.
Although I might have to give Action Jackson the nod. It's been a while, but I feel like the only reason Action Jackson ain't fucking with Cobra is because of the star power. But Cobra,
Yeah.
You know who I really enjoyed in this movie? All right, we're going. Oh, wait. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. My fault. I already asked you. Did I ask you? Do you think it would? Before seeing this movie, did you think it was going to be a success? Like, if you just looked at the cover and saw Cobra, would you have been like, that was probably a good movie back then, or it probably was like, since I never heard of that shit, it probably was whack.
Well, personally, to me, I would have looked at it, and off the title Cobra, I would have probably been like, just another action movie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to me.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like now that I actually watched it, it was something that I think that it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't exactly what I thought it would be, where it would be completely whack. You know what I'm saying? There were parts on there where I was like, wait a minute, yo, he crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or yo, oh, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So it's like, so it kind of hit me in certain ways, and then other ways I was just like, it could have been a little bit better.
All right, last question. Well, not the last question, but last of my, I had these just written down to ask everybody. Do you think it holds up well, like watching it now?
Watching it now,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, it's just for the fact that we are so used to all the new capabilities now
Mm-hmm.
and all the new things that we can see, I look at it now. It's more like, yo, they really did a good job with the way the movie was going. You get what I'm saying? But you see so much of more action that you want more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So for the time that when I was little, I think I may have seen a little bit of that movie when I was little. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And when I was little, it made an impact on me in one part. And I was like, whoa. You see? Because
Okay.
when I watched it again, I was like, hey, I saw just a little bit of it when I was little. Because my dad used to watch it, I guess.
Okay.
And, you know, it was innovative for its time, I guess you could say.
Okay. All right.
Because like I said, it was part of a career that was already going up.
All right. My take on it, I feel like it holds up so long as you don't think you're getting more than what you're going into.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid throwaway movie. I gotta keep saying that because uh, beyond it being a Stallone movie, you know what I felt like the strongest character was in there? His man, yo. His partner stole the show, in my opinion. Like Stallone, you know, he did his thing, but his man, without his supporting actor, his partner,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it still would have been cool, but I needed somebody to make me give a shit, like beyond just looking at the main character, say like, yo, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 point A to point B. I was like, and Brigitte
I'm gonna
Nielsen,
tell you the bad guy too kind of drove the story too, man.
oh,
Because the bad guy was crazy.
all
You
right,
know what I'm saying? So it's like you look at that and then you look at. I'm like, man,
okay, okay.
he got a problem. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so how long we been? All right, we're going into spoiler territory now because I have to disagree. Not say you wrong, because I don't get people on here to be like you wrong, but I get in this for the love of talking shit about movies. First,
Yeah.
I got to throw this out there. That dude would later be Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so
As far as acting career, come on. But the characters he's had.
I will say this: his character was much better than his Shao Kahn. You know what I'm saying? Because
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that.
word, because
Yeah,
you know how much I love Mortal Kombat and Street
yeah,
Fighter.
I like
I
Mortal
love
Kombat
Mortal
too. Yeah.
Kombat the movie because it didn't treat the video game like it was just some bullshit you gonna fuck over. Remember Mario? Remember the Mario movie?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah.
But Mortal
They
Kombat.
say that video games fell because of the movies or some
Yeah.
shit like that, or
Well, I don't
the
know.
movies fell because of the video games.
I think the movies fail if they don't know who they trying to sell to. If you just try, I
Yeah.
hate the idea that with a game movie or you know what I mean, with a movie based on a video game, you feel like you gotta like bring in people who don't give a shit about the game. If you do that and don't piss me off as a fan of the video game, cool. But if you make it some stupid ass wonky shit that you're just trying to put together, of course it's gonna fail because I'm not happy, and this dude who don't give a fuck about the game ain't happy. That's why everybody know Mario. Mario was notorious for the movie
Yeah.
suck. But Mortal Kombat
I
is
liked it.
good. We're not knocking you, bro. You know me. I feel like you more laid of us. You more laid back because you know when I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
like something, I'm like, you be like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, no, this sucks because this, that, and that. And since I'm on that rant, Mortal Kombat 2 and everybody with it, except for Liu Kang, because he was in the first one, he needed a check. Cut the man some slack. He wasn't Stallone. Fuck everything with Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, because you can't do that to a movie that's a sequel to the movie that I love. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that movie. Fuck Street Fighter the movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That killed Raul Julia. Fuck that. Yeah.
So going back to the bad guy thing.
The bad guy, bro. I feel like he did everything they asked him to do. But as far as you can't, he was asked to be this great. Oh, we're already in spoilers, right? I'm gonna summarize the movie. Since we're already in spoilers, and why I have a problem with the bad guy, not because of him, but because the way they wrote him. The movie is basically about Cobra, Marion, Corietti, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it starts off with you just hearing Stallone voice the character, and he's talking about how fucked up the city is and the country itself, like crime. He starts reading off statistics, and I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, it's already up to a good start because he's not just Rocky with a gun. Later on, I would prove very fucking wrong. He was Rocky with a gun. Uh, that's it. Uh, that's it.
Yo,
He was Rocky with a gun.
the
Cool-ass gun.
six shooter, right? The six
Oh no
shooter.
no 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 no! Because that shit he got on the cover, that is not a
Oh yeah, no, that's it looked like a Desert Eagle, something like that.
no, bro. That shit is an automatic. That he dumps on people with that, like Buddha 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 Buddha. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. The mindless action.
Yeah, the gun was nice. The gun was nice.
Yeah, it was a good draw. And I imagine back in the '80s when you had Chuck
and they
Norris,
focused that on that a lot.
you can't blame him. I feel like that was like it was if you wrap something up in a nice little package, people want to see that package before you give them the gift. If you just be like, yo, here's
it was kind of the sub character, you could say. The gun.
The character, yeah, you know what? The character had enough character. The gun had enough character on his own to, yeah. All right, but I'm finished summarizing.
Be the sub character of the movie, just because it was always with him.
Yeah. All right. So Cobra is the guy who don't play by the rules. His
gun get shot up.
He's basically the dog they unleash when shit get unruly. They like, damn, yo, we trying to play this by the book. And the fucking captain even says, call the Cobra. And you like,
yeah.
Now it's cheesy,
like,
but whatever, right?
Code S.
He going to shut shit down. The movie starts off with clinking. You see a whole bunch of people in this underground area clinking axes. And you're like, the fuck is that? They'll explain it later. You don't really. It's a cult. The movie starts off with them calling the Cobra to the situation that's getting out of hand at a fucking grocery store. This dude walks in there and starts shooting up shit, not hitting people, but he wants to bring the cops there. He's doing it for attention. Cobra come in there, he says some clever shit. The dude like, yo, before he even come in there, the dude shoots an innocent guy, which completely made it like, why did you not kill anybody before Cobra got there? He killed the guy. So Cobra like, I'm coming in there not to play games. I'm not coming to apprehend you. I'm coming to kill you. He tells the dude to give up. And the dude say some stupid shit like this. He says, I'll blow this place up. Now, I'm going to say this. Cobra said the best shit at the worst time. He said, I'll blow this place up.
His one-liner.
His one-liner was so cool, but it was not the right place because there were fucking hostages in that grocery store. The guy says, I'll blow this place up.
I thought he was trying to be a little bit too cool, though.
I thought so, too. That's why I said that shit at the worst time. The guy says, with a bomb that we never learned is real or fake, I'll blow this place up in a grocery store. Cobra says, go ahead. I don't shop here. Now that's
cool. Oh man.
But then, yo, there's people around.
I know. It's kind of reckless, right?
It's very reckless.
That's kind of reckless.
It's over the top. We get it. You in there, you could have just shot the dude when he wasn't looking. Cobra looks at the guy, and the guy has a gun on this girl. Like, yo, I can shoot her at any time. He looks away. And Cobra's like, I should shoot him, but no, let me make my grand entrance. These shades too fucking cool, yo. So he go in there, start talking some shit. Get up, come in. With lip like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'll waste you, I'll blow this place up. I don't shop here, bro. They don't even offer discounts.
That's what I'm saying. It caught me off guard. It caught me off guard because when he said, go ahead, I was like, I was like, really? You're going to say, go? What if he said, okay.
Yeah, you over there.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
A bomb, boom. So that guy, and you're like, well, that guy, what was the point of that? I guess it's just to introduce us to how Cobra get down. No, that guy is part of a cult run by this dude called the Night Stalker. Yeah. And they're anarchists. Now, they never say this explicitly, but you can deduct it from watching the fucking movie. Because the people under the Night Stalker are super diehard. And you're like, what's your motivation? They be underground with axes and shit. That's their motivation.
It's like, I don't know what. They just
overthrow society. But again, they didn't need that in the movie because they never really explained it. And they probably figured it don't need explaining. But my thing is this. Why don't you just get rid of all that cult shit and just make it like, yo, the Night Stalker, he got this one crew of loyal ass people and he's in a biker gang. Because remember the bikers come later on?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cobra has a partner who's super cool. In my opinion, he's like the best character in that fucking movie because he's the most believable. His name is Gonzalez. I think Tony Gonzalez. Then some shit happened. Yo, the Night Stalker, he ain't fucking around. Every night he kills somebody. He might kill two people. he don't fuck around. The Night Stalker is
Yeah.
the cult leader, right? That's where Brigitte Nielsen come into play. She's a model, you know what I'm saying? And they go after her. Not because she a model, but just because she another person. They like, we gotta keep our body count high. And eventually they want to overthrow society. They don't explain that shit though. You just gotta deduct it.
Yeah. You gotta see it. You gotta see what's going on. Because they don't really explain too much.
They don't. And in my opinion, if you're not gonna do that, cool. But don't have this elaborate thing if you're not gonna do anything with it. So when they attempt to kill Brigitte Nielsen, they dropped the ball. She wound up going to the police station. That's where they fucked up. Because now Cobra is involved. You know what I'm saying? Cobra be like, I've been tracking y'all, but now I really like her. She ain't got no butt, but she pretty and she tall. Ooh, I'm on her. So his partner
So
like,
I'm gonna bust all that.
Yeah, he never did though. He just kissed her.
They should have gave it to him, right?
No, I don't. Nah, I explain that.
No,
I feel like they played it well. Long story short, they have a plant. The Night Stalkers, they have somebody in on the shit. One of the police is crooked. You know what I'm saying? So she keep on feeding them details. They tracking him down the whole movie because he protecting the only person to survive a Night Stalker attack. They don't want her giving up the people and shit. So they following Cobra now and his man to go kill the girl. That's where they fuck up because since they keep on trying to attack Cobra, they keep on getting off left and right. And his man's, he come every now and then like, hey man, I'm a loyal partner, blah, blah. I speak realistic shit, blah, blah. Ultimately, they fail. There's a final fight, which I thought was trash.
But with that one, it caught me because it was like, even though it was a short final fight and it wasn't too much going on. Come on now, when he got put down on that,
when that hook, that big ass hook,
you know, come on, that's broken ribs. That's through your back. It's pulling up all that inside your body. Yes. Oh man, that just painful.
So you felt like that was crap, right?
It took me out my body real quick, and I just like, that pain must be unbearable.
I will say this: he screamed enough to make it like, okay, I accept that. But like you said, that big ass hook should have protruded through him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it should have. It should have.
Yes.
It should have. But I didn't notice that. You see, I didn't notice that one piece. I didn't notice it. And also, to note and to point out that they also emphasize on that match. Remember that match he always had in his mouth?
Yes. Oh, wait.
The match. They emphasized on it. Because that was part of his persona.
Nah, you go ahead. Hey. Please elaborate on that. He keeps he doesn't keep a toothpick in his mouth. He keeps a match.
He keeps a match. But you see what he did with it. Yes. Like, it was kind of clever the way that he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna light you on fire with this match. Like I was saving it just for you.
Yes, it would have been cool in my opinion had he said some just regular shit like burn in hell or something like that. Dude, he said, I won't lie like I remember Max, but the dude gets doused in gasoline conveniently. So Cobra's like, I got a match. And before
I had it the whole time.
Yeah. And before the dude gets set on fire, he's like, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, man, you could have said anything and that would have been better than that. Man, I'm about to turn up the heat. You know what I mean? Like, this is a hot situation. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm hot and bothered. His one-liners were hit or miss. It was like, oh, that was cool. That was whack as fuck. You know what I mean?
I thought the first one he did was whack. When he said, hey, you just wasted a kid. I think we should waste you. Or like you should be the one wasted or something.
In the grocery store.
Yeah, in the grocery store to everybody. He said attention. Yo, I was like,
that kid. Yo. How about I waste you? The guy still has other hostages, by the way.
Yeah.
We could easily be like, all right, bang, bang, bang. But
it's just a lot of that movie made it seem like whatever he said in the more recent movies would have been turned against him so quick. You get what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
It's like when he said he tells the guy, he said, I'm gonna blow the store. He says, go ahead.
Yeah.
Really? Do you think in the most recent movie that they make nowadays that a guy would say, yo, go ahead, and the dude would be like, all right. And just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you said you're gonna say, but you look at it back then and you think to yourself, well, they were crazy, but not that crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Like,
Again, I agree with you on that. And I
yeah,
gotta emphasize that just because it was the 80s, don't mean people ain't have sense. I'm sure even some people back then was like, that wasn't a good thing to say to a fucking crazy person.
that's
You
what
know?
I'm saying.
That's
You
like,
know what I'm saying? They probably thought the same thing, but they were like, hey, during the time, that was
bro.
the way the action was portrayed. Yes, I feel as though that was the way back in that time the action could be portrayed, was allowed to be portrayed. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
all right. Um, I gotta. I'm going to agree with some of what you're saying, but disagree a little bit, only because
All right.
uh, yes, there was cheesiness and people accepted it, but people knew what a good movie was, hands down. So I feel like even now it's crappy movies. It ain't because it ain't like, we only have great movies. No, it's shitty movies left and right, bro. That's always gonna be the way. But I feel like we accept bullshit when you give us enough good shit. Like if you watch a Fast and the Furious movie now, going in, you're gonna see some bullshit. Like they're gonna have a car that jumps off a cliff, and it's gonna have a parachute. And right when they get out the car, they're gonna have like fucking a dirt bike with a jetpack on the back, and Vin Diesel's gonna be like explosive, and you're like, that was whack. But there's so much of this movie that I'm enjoying, even though this is stupid. I feel like Cobra, it was doing that. It was like they knew when they wrote that shit, they was like, man, some of this is whack. It's like, yo, but we got Stallone in this shit, and it only costs us $25. We're gonna make
They
money
kind
on
of saved it.
it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean
I get it.
that's where I'm going with that. His one-liners, they weren't one for the books. I'll say that. You know what I'm gonna say is the highlight. One of my favorite Stallone movies. I don't care what nobody said. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's 2036. Demolition Man. That movie is
Yeah, that was a good movie. That was a
great.
good one.
You know what I'm saying?
Good
His
one.
name was John Spartan, by the way.
Yeah, good one.
Halo. I can't believe I killed the bear before you, bro. I'm about to get to this sour monkey.
Oh man.
It's all
Hey, I
good.
just been chilling.
It's all
Yeah.
good. You probably had something before this anyway. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So,
Well, I did.
all right. So, what is some of your nitpicking?
Me,
Yeah, what do you
like I
think?
said, also, I like the fact that, the weapons on the movie for back in the day were nice. Like I
Yeah,
said, you got the gun, Cobra's gun. You know what I'm saying? Then you also had the emphasis on the bad guy's knife. You know what I'm saying? You saw his knife. Remember, it had the
that's cool
spikes.
as shit. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? With the knife on, I was like, yo, that's cool.
I agree. I
Yo,
agree.
the knife is cool. You know what I'm saying? And the way he was trying to like stab him with it, with his fist and everything, I was like, yo, reminds me of the brass knuckles and the weapon. Like you looking nowadays, a lot of them people don't even rock with that type of stuff
Of
with
course not,
brass
because it's
knuckles.
a waste of time. You pull that shit out on me and I was
Yeah,
a nine. I
why?
don't
Because now it's like we're just gonna shoot you now. You know what I'm saying? But that was back in I just noticed that they did put a lot of emphasis on those weapons. You get what I'm saying? The way that they handled them. And it was like, hey, like one of those, animes or something where someone got a special weapon.
Yes.
That was it in a movie. You get what I'm saying?
Plus, he was a serial killer. So, a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of times in movies, when there's somebody who is a serial killer, they want to have some kind of trademark. So, yeah, I like that. But this is
And,
why I think he
and
was
I
a white
mean,
villain. Oh, wait. I'm
uh
gonna cut you off.
and you notice how a lot of times these action movies they end up happening somewhere like in a warehouse or in a big
Or a
factory.
big factory where there's a foundry in the back.
Yeah, like where there's like mad
It's like,
lava
it's
or
like,
a whole
yeah,
bunch of electricity or yeah. Yeah, it's like you gotta
that's cool.
the final showdown.
Yeah, I'm cool with the final showdown, but I'm not okay with the showdown being disappointing because to me, when that biker gang rolled up, I was like, this is overkill. And I was wrong. The way Cobra was dumping on them, I was like, y'all need that many people, yo. When he pulled out that
Yeah,
iconic gun, he was like, you like, oh shit, y'all need to retire. But it was fun. It was mindless action that I enjoyed. I forgot to ask you. This is definitely one thing. Other than the knife, because you already said that's one of you enjoyed the weapons in this movie. One of my favorite scenes in the movie was when I don't know, you can't have every time there's a bad guy who's like super fucking crazy. If you're not one of his lieutenants, you suck. I don't get that. He needs better training because
Yeah,
when they rolled up on Cobra when he was leaving his apartment, he whooped the
yeah,
shit out of those dudes, yo. I mean, like,
yeah.
I know we supposed to think Cobra is the man, but even Raphael on the roof got his ass whooped a little bit by the Foot Clan. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Yeah.
they rolled up on him and he was like right cross, punch in the face. I'm kicking you. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, he whooped their ass so convincingly when he had a little bit of adversity. I was like, oh, and that was done. For a second, I thought he was in trouble. And he was like, ah, nice kick. That dude. Then one of the dumbasses, they ran away from him. And he says, hey, they stop and turn around to shoot at him. If you and your three homies couldn't fuck with him then, just keep running, bro. The dude stops, turns around to shoot, misses. Cobra doesn't. To me, that was like,
It's like he should have kept running.
no,
It's like no aim, no aim, and Cobra got like perfect aim. Come on, that's the protagonist of the movie.
he got a fucking gun with a snake on a Cobra handle to justify Cobra, because nobody better not call him Marion unless he like you. You know what I'm saying?
But he got perfect aim, right?
Yes, he does, but as far as cliches, I don't mind that. Because there's no other way that one dude is going to survive an onslaught of all these fucking people. You know what I mean? If your aim is like mine, you dead. You know what I'm saying? 30 people after me, I'm not shooting back. I'm getting in the car, and he had, first of all, his car had a switch with nitrous. What the fuck was you doing the whole movie, bro? You want
He was on Fast and the Furious, dog.
Dog, there's a scene. Remember that chase scene?
Yeah.
And he waited to use nitrous? Why'd you wait?
Yeah.
I'm going to use that initially.
Because you don't want to use nitrous and blow out the engine before you could actually get a chance to catch them. Come on, you got to go first.
No.
Then towards the end,
that's called furthering the movie, because in a
way, I mean that's part of that's part of the cinema play.
I get that, but make it so that I understand why you waited. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Another thing was whack. That dude who is the Night Stalker is 6'3". Stallone is not. Let's be real. Stallone ain't really super tall. They make him.
Well, that's a cliche. That guy's always bigger and badder.
I'm cool with that, but I'm not okay with, all right, I had to use guns this whole movie and I fuck people up. Now this dude is bigger. And just because the movie needs to end with me winning, I'm going to go fight him. I would shoot the shit out of that dude. That dude is crazy. So crazy, he foams at the mouth. I'm not fighting someone who foams at the mouth if they're 5'2". I will shoot you. Especially if the law says I won't get arrested for it. I got to. I don't want to die, bro. But
you know that Sylvester Stallone always been about those macho movies where it's like one-on-one. You say it's he to her, man to man. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Perfect. So what they should have did was the dude should have charged him. He should have missed shooting at him, and he should be like, and threw away his.
See, yeah. See, but that's the difference between the movie making in those days.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. That's why I gotta disagree with you, bro. There were great movies. Right. There were great movies in the 80s. We gotta stop acting like in the 80s they were incompetent. This was just a shit movie in the 80s. That's all I'm saying. It was a B movie for the 80s. I'm not saying it was a shit movie. With Stallone having all that star power, I'm sure somebody should have tapped him like, hey, yo, bro, in this last scene, we're going to make sure that the audience knows you ran out of ammo. That's why you fight him.
Yo, let me go open this beer up because I can't open it.
Huh?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, this one's going to do it.
Ow! I hit my head. Don't tell nobody.
All right, I'll cut this out. I'll try to.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. Hey, a little bit of comedy relief.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like if anybody watches these, they typically check out after we summarize it. After a certain point, it's more like just fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole shit is fun for me. You know what I mean? But I've yet to get it to a point where it's structured well enough, in my opinion. But still fun.
Hey, it's a start, man. You never know. You might blow up because of this.
I'm too introverted.
You've always been a movie critic, man.
Well, I'm a critic of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's somebody's personal life. Like, unless somebody like oh, I went on a date and I did the wrong thing. I'm like, yo, you suck. But if somebody's like, I saw this show, I saw this movie, I ate this burger, let's talk about it. Shit. If I think it's whack and you want my opinion, I'm gonna talk about that shit. Like I'm also gonna talk about certain shit. I love the first Ninja Turtles movie. Ninja Turtles 3, I fucking hate that movie. You know. But we done covered the movie. Anything else you want to talk about?
Not really, man. I mean, I enjoyed the conversation. You know what I'm saying? The beers, you know, and you know, just the fact that we get to chill, even with what's going on right now.
All right, yes. And usually, you know what's crazy? I'll probably cut this part out. I was going to have it where every time I ask somebody to hop on a movie review with me, I say like, hey, how's things been going during this whole time? But there's been enough sad shit happening where I don't even want to do that anymore. I'm like, yo, this is my homie. We're gonna talk about this movie and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't, because some people got real shit going on, my family included. So I don't want to be like, oh, so how's quarantine life been? I know people probably fucking tired of hearing that word. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I mean, hey, you know, everybody wanted a little break. I think everybody got it.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You know what I'm saying?
You said,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, you joked about Cobra having, like, maybe they should have made a romance scene in there, more romantic. How do you feel about Brigitte Nielsen? You feel like she was attractive enough to
like I said, I knew this was gonna come up. Yo, I think she was pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I feel like,
if I was to meet her, I'd be just as nervous to say anything.
What?
Because I would be like, woo, you know what I'm saying? But you know that wouldn't make my heart stop beating. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit would be.
All right.
Yeah, like.
Do you feel like the chemistry between them do you feel like the romance in this movie made sense?
I mean, I just think that they really weren't focused on the romance.
Okay.
Like, it was more, hey, he's defending the woman. He's doing good for the society. You know what I'm saying? He don't get too attached. That's it.
Okay.
That's how I felt it.
You know
what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know, a little bit less than what you would see in, I guess, other movies. You know what I'm saying? It was more.
I like that.
Let's keep it to the action.
Yes, I like it. I feel like there was chemistry between them, and it made sense because a lot of times people frown upon things like a one-night stand, right? But let's be realistic. Life happens, yo. Now, I mean, like if I'm vulnerable or I'm sad and shit, and there's some cute girl, and we just wind up talking about things that I'm interested in and she's interested in, life happens. Everything ain't gonna be, I court you for 4 weeks, and then I open up to you, and I start crying, and then you hug me, and then we start going on a date, and we take time, another month. No. Let's be realistic, yo. If a dude is as badass as Cobra is in the 80s, and you just almost got killed the other night, him and his partner have been protecting you for a night or two, and he literally saves your life. You can't really fault a woman for being like, damn, if I was going to throw it at a dude that I just met, it will be him. Let's be real.
Yeah, well, I understand that. I understand that. Come on, like in a life or death situation.
Yeah.
Like you would think some movies, I'd be like in a life or death situation, you'd be like, just give it to me right now before anything happens. We might not.
Well, I wouldn't want to say that because I feel like you pressure her.
But they never thinking about that.
I'm not going to ask, but I'm damn sure not going to turn it down. That's all I'm saying. If I'm like, hey, lady, now let's say I push a lady out of a speeding car, and she's like, oh, shit, I'm having a terrible week. What are you doing later on? I'm not going to be like, oh, no, lady, be a virtuous person. I'm like, shit, nothing now. You know what I'm saying? So I like that they didn't force the romance. She kissed him. Yeah. He was like, you sure you want to pursue this with me? And she was like, yeah. And that was it. Now, later on, that's probably going to happen.
Towards the end, he was like, it's like, hey, oh, you need a ride?
I thought that was cool as hell. I will say this.
That was more than, like I told you, like I'm for myself. I know what I'm doing. I got this. You know what I'm saying?
His car got blown up during the protecting the witness like he was supposed to.
But he still had a motorcycle.
No. Trust me. Let me. The captain says, he did a hell of a job. When the whole movie, he's been like, you got to be careful. You fucking the whole place up and shit. Every time you
But
go
that's how
somewhere,
it always
30 bodies.
is.
But now, since you killed all these motherfuckers and put that one dude on the hook, and then he got sent into the fire, fatality, foreshadowing he will be Shao Kahn like 20-something years later, or maybe 10 years later. I don't fucking know.
You
Fuck
just
Mortal
had
Kombat.
to add that, huh?
I had to. I had to.
Just that.
Um, this is how badass Cobra is. He got the shorty, and he didn't pressure her. He didn't do none of that rapey shit he kind of did in Rocky 1. I forgot all about that. He pressured Adrian into like staying at his apartment. I love Rocky, but you don't pressure a woman into giving you the cuckoo. That's just weird. Second,
Yeah.
not second. This is how cool Cobra is. After he shoot a whole bunch of people justifiably, and then killed this dude who should have, by all means, fucking killed him. The dude was 6'3" and crazy, been dribbling the whole movie. He shouldn't have won that fight, but he did, right? Cool. Since his car got destroyed, and they don't say it, but this is what fucking happens. He steals a fucking motorcycle. You know what motorcycle he steals? One of the motherfuckers that was trying to kill him. The chief says, the captain says, hey, can I give you a lift? He says, nah, I got a ride. That motherfucker stole one of their bikes and came.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went out. You know those little videos they be having where the cat or where they put the glasses on him and they say thug life?
Exactly.
That was like, right after he said, I got my own ride.
Yeah.
And they put the glasses on him and everything.
I don't think I could be more arrogant if you told me, Chris, you're gonna have a day where you're protecting this badass chick who seems like a good person, not just attractive. This dude who should have fucked you up, you win the fight and you kill so many people who are trying to kill you. And then you steal a fucking motorcycle in front of your boss, who is the captain of the police force. I don't think I could be more arrogant.
stolen ride.
I don't think I could feel any more like, damn, yo. And then the chick get on the bike with me, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, you the man. You the man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if sex happens after that, then it's justified.
And then what happened? I just told you that whole ending part right there solidified the fact that Sylvester Stallone always had movies like that, where he'd be like, "I'm the man." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of anything, it always left you feeling like, "Yo, he the man."
Yes, because you have to, but I feel like this is a forgettable one. It was like, he the man.
Yeah, it's the forgettable one, but it was still the same shit. He's the man, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you were saying.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. The captain of the police force played Babe Ruth in Sandlot. Yeah, that's some trivia for your ass. Remember that?
Nice, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He said, "Heroes."
Sandlot was that movie too.
Yo, I fucking love Sandlot. Everybody know the line, "You killing me, Smalls," and some more of what if I never had anything, or some shit like that. But I always remember he said, "Heroes get remembered, but legends never die," or some shit like that. And I was like, damn, yo.
Yeah, heroes are remembered, but legends never die.
Yeah. And what's funny is my coworker, he's gonna get down on one of these. So he said somebody asked him, what's the difference between a rapper and an MC? And he said rappers come and go, but MCs always get remembered. And I was like, damn, that sounds deep as hell. So I can't wait for you to see that one. But I'm glad you're a part of this, bro. I really appreciate you. Again, this is my man's Matt. My longest, I've known him the longest out of all my friends. And I got a lot of,
it's another bro, man.
Not important motherfucking friends. That's all I'll say that.
Yeah, a bro from another mother.
Always, dog. Appreciate you. And I can't wait till this shit is all over and it's safe to go out because you know where we got to go. And I said on this because I have great women who might see this. Like, you know, auntie figures and very nice women who I consider Facebook friends. But
nice. Well, forgive the whole shadowy figure type thing in my camera.
Cares about that, bro.
It's just like the lighting is crazy in here.
Nobody care about that, man. Anyone who's watching this and putting up with my crazy ass, they'll put up with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And to my fellow lowlives, y'all know when this shit is over, where we can meet up. All right, bro. All right, appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Yo, take it easy. All right, have a good one.
You too, man. Peace.
All right, man.
And the meeting.